The news just never ends when it comes to this game. The news never ends. We literally have a month. We have a month before the game is supposed to come out. We still have not heard about any delays, any more delays. So, crossing our fingers. Crossing our fingers, as we approach March, which is literally in a couple of weeks. Actually in an entire week because March 1st starts on Saturday. So hopefully we won't hear about any more delays. It still says that they're on track. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, but Assassin's Creed had received more apparent backlash from Japan. This time it's the Japanese officials. They are calling for action because of the shrine destruction. Now, we talked about this already, but there was a particular person who ended up getting popular because they were on this anti-woke crap and they said they're Japanese, blah, 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 blah. And they've been doing like extensive research, which is not really like extensive research all on Assassin's Creed. So literally his entire channel has been focusing on Assassin's Creed and what Ubisoft is getting wrong and the people going after the people who like the game, blah, blah, blah. So this person ended up, I don't know if they particularly got early access or was it somebody else, but I think it was them. But this tweet went viral because in the game session, they were intentionally going to a Japanese shrine and destroying it as Yasuke, of course. They ain't do it as Naoe, but did it as Yasuke, right? And so it sparked up a huge debate. Lots of people were upset, and I sat there. I responded to it. I was like, this is so disingenuous. First of all, a casual gamer would not take the time and be like, hey, here's a Japanese shrine, I'm gonna go destroy it. So first of all, they're not going to do that. Second of all, why would you intentionally do this to try to prove a point, right? Because if you're going to do this, people are going to be upset because they're like, oh, there's no real destruction in the game, right? Like it's 2025 and you can't destroy things if you're just in there wiping your sword and things aren't breaking, then people will be upset saying it's not realistic, right? So why would you go and do this intentionally? Be like, oh, this is so disrespectful. Why did Ubisoft allow this? It's like again intentional rage baiting, which has been happening the entire time. It's really intentional rage baiting, but it's like that meme where the person's on a bike and then you put the stick in the bike and then you fall and then you blame somebody else, but you intentionally did it. It's self-sabotaging, right? Like it's so dumb because it's delayed the game. I doubt it, but we'll get into it. So this is apparently what spawned now the Japanese officials calling for action, whatever that means. So let's take a look at the article and then I'll give my full thoughts. So Assassin's Creed Shadows will face appropriate action from Japanese officials due to recent shrine destruction gameplay footage. An Assassin's Creed Shadow player was recently seen destroying Itate Hyozu's shrine in the game. In the footage, Yasuke uses a sword to destroy all the different aspects in the temple, including the shrine altar, which led to a significant uproar in the community. So again, what I mentioned before. Now a report from Japanese publication Sankai News reveals that representatives from the shrine, so this is from the shrine itself, the Itate Hyozu shrine. So this is the real shrine here. So they said that representatives from the shrine will take appropriate action against a game. And they have this in quotes. Now, what is appropriate action? I asked this on Twitter. I have no clue. I don't know what they mean. Does this mean you are going to sue Ubisoft? Does this mean you're going to boycott the game? I'm not exactly sure what appropriate action means. Like, I totally don't understand. So that's the one thing that, again, from the article, I don't get. I don't think they actually explained or described what appropriate action means. Let's continue on for this particular article. Moreover, the shrine representative was also asked if Ubisoft had contacted them prior to using the location in Assassin's Creed Shadows. The representative replied, no. If there had been, we would have refused. So this is interesting here. This is interesting context. So they said Ubisoft did not contact them, which, to be fair, I don't think a lot of devs contact each site. Like if they're going to use a real site, I don't think they contact like whoever owns or works at the site and ask if they could use it. I know that that's the case in some cases, but I don't think that they contact every single one. So and I'm kind of lost there. I'm kind of lost there. But this is interesting because they said that they would have refused. Now, are they saying this because they saw the footage? I'm assuming so. I'm assuming this is retaliatory action, or it could have just been because maybe they were aware of this game and all the backlash that has been surrounding it. I'm not exactly sure. We can only speculate here, but this is what they've said. So this is interesting. So they said they would have refused if Ubisoft would have contacted them to put this shrine in the actual game. So again, I don't know exactly why. I don't know exactly why, but and I think it will be safe to assume here because they saw the footage and they're saying, "Oh, we're going to take appropriate action." That they're being reactionary rather than, "Hey, Ubisoft, we just don't want the shrine in the game." I mean, maybe possibly, but I think it sounds more reactionary here. The representative also did not reveal what appropriate action. So again, as I said before, they said they're taking appropriate action, but we don't know what that is. Furthermore, the community has mixed reactions against the shrine being destroyed and shadows. Many players say that the action is disrespectful to Japanese culture and that the player should not be allowed to destroy sacred objects in the game. So going back to what I said, but if for some reason, if these shrines were sacred and you couldn't destroy it, then people would complain and say it's not realistic. So I don't know. It's going to be. It's like there's no middle ground here. There's no happy medium here because destruction is a thing. I mean, in 2025, so pretty much everything you put in the game, especially in the open world game, is going to be destructible. So I don't know. Others have argued that the decision to destroy the shrine lies with the player, which again is what I said before. You choose as a player what you want to do. I would never in my mind playing this game or any game for that matter think to destroy a shrine just because, right? Like you have to have some demented hate in your heart that you're like, hey, I'm going to destroy this shrine. And I would even add to that, we're not Japanese over here. So, I wouldn't say it's ignorant, but I would assume that a lot of people over in the US don't even know about these shrines. Like, I don't know if in the game it says that these are like actual shrines or like says what the shrine is, like what the name of the shrines are, and kind of explain to the player that they're sacred. I'm not sure. We'll have to see when the game comes out because I've only seen a little handful of footage, so I'm not exactly sure if they do. But again, like we're not a part of this culture over here, so we wouldn't know, to be honest. We wouldn't know. So if somebody over here did it, like, could you really be mad at us? I don't think so, because again, it's a video game, y'all. I get it. This is gone way past this being a video game, and now people are like taking this way too serious. Like this is real life. This isn't to tell a full-fledged real life story. This is not that type of situation. This is supposed to be for entertainment. If you want a fully historical, you are going to fully represent Japanese culture, you're going to fully talk to everybody over here, all the representatives, you're going to get everything right, this will be a whole different type of thing. And honestly, it might be even kind of boring. There's something that you're going to have to fabricate, that you're going to have to juice up in order to get that full entertainment value. This is not a full-on history lesson. If you want a full-on history lesson, go watch the History Channel, go look at some articles on the internet, go read some books. Like, I just do not understand why we have gotten this far into the hate for this video game. And again, a lot of this hate doesn't really lie with Ubisoft. Like, of course people are mad at Ubisoft, but people have been spinning this since the beginning to get at black people because it's Yasuke in it, to get at Americans saying that we're ignorant when we didn't make the game. It's a French, Ubisoft is a bunch of French developers. So like you can't get mad at us, like, and then getting mad at everybody who likes the game and just doesn't care. And again, we don't know your culture over here. And then you have these people who are like mixed in from America. We're trying to take up for the Japanese people when they don't know shit either. It's like, you don't know anything, but you're just hopping on the train because it's what's popular right now. You're on this anti-woke DEI crap. So you're getting upset for them. And then in turn, they end up getting upset. The Japanese people end up getting upset because you the ones who brought it to their attention. It's not like they're out going and looking for it. So it's a mess right now. It's really a mess. What up, Dre? Remember what game could just be game? Exactly. Like I again, like it's way past annoying that we haven't even gotten to release and we're not talking about the video game at all. We're talking about everything else surrounding the video game. Like it's way past annoying, bro. Way past annoying. So um so that's that, man. That's where we're at right now. Maybe we'll hear soon what this appropriate action will be, but if I had to guess, the appropriate action would be probably contacting Ubisoft and saying, hey, take our shrine out of the game, or try to rewrite the code that makes it so that you can't destroy shrines. I would guess either one of the two. Probably the easiest without going to Ubisoft at all would be to boycott it or call for a boycott. I think the worst that'll happen with this game, if it gets to that point where multiple Japanese representatives are upset all at the same time, then I think that it would probably get banned in Japan. That's what I'm thinking. It'll get banned in Japan. But even months ago, I mean, we talked about this, and I remember somebody went up to like the head of the government in Japan and talked about this game and said that it was inaccurate, and they were like, we don't care. Right? Like, I don't know if y'all remember, we talked about that months ago. They said we don't care. So I mean, how many times are you going to try to like go to the government and be like, hey, this video game is being disrespectful to our entire culture? Like, it's a video game at the end of the day, and they've been saying months ago that they don't care. So what else are you looking for at this point? You know, you could do your own personal boycotts, that's fine, but like I said, worst case, which I don't think is going to happen, is it's going to get banned in Japan. You know, but I don't think that this game is being disrespectful to Japanese culture, as people are finding ways to make this game disrespectful to Japanese culture and using that as a workaround to fuel their own personal agendas, because at the end of the day, they were mainly upset at a black person being in a video game, and they said he wasn't a real samurai, and this isn't historically accurate. You know, again, we have went far away from the plot, but that was the original reason why. You know, let's just keep it a buck, because we're talking about all this other stuff now, but y'all just didn't want to play a nigga in the video game. You know, I've been saying it for a long time. Y'all just didn't want to play a nigga in the video game, and it's sad. It's sad. So that's that. So that's where we're at right now. We'll see what ends up happening with this. We'll see. We say find it funny because white people benefit from the yep, you know, talk about it. Just like food stamp, you know, food stamps have been unfortunately you know, brought up on black people. All black people on food stamp, but more white people historically, you know, percentage wise, have are on food stamps more than black people, right? But we don't want to talk about that, right? We don't talk about that. Black people are poor, black people are stupid, black people are the ones who need all the government assistance, but y'all are getting it too. I saw the TikTok article. Matter of fact, getting on food stamp. I saw the TikTok, not TikTok article. I don't know why I said TikTok article. I saw the TikTok video of this white lady said that she got $4,000 a month in food stamps, $4,000 a month, and she got her housing paid 95%. So she only paid like $60 a month for rent or mortgage wherever she lives. But she drives a 2024 BMW that she purchased with her TikTok money. So apparently this lady is getting the money on TikTok. And she said that she received a letter that she's going to get her benefits cut severely because she owns that car, right? Because why you want food stamps and why are you getting the government to pay for your housing, but you drive a 2024 BMW? I don't know how many kids she has. I need to look at the full thing. I need to know how many kids she has too, because people were asking it. And I'm sure the answer is probably somewhere unless she's hiding it. But that's insane. $4,000 a month on food stamps. You get 95% of your housing paid, and you drive a 2024 BMW, and she found a problem with it. Of course, but clearly you're rigging the system. Clearly you're finessing, you know? So, and like people like that don't be getting called out for their bullshit. And again, she was white, and wasn't a black chick. She was white. So, but black people still the ones who, oh no, take all their funding. Y'all shouldn't be helping them. But y'all over there, y'all been getting over on the government forever. So anyway, that's my little rant. That's my little